Hi everyone, I am here to make a milk soap tonight. It's my first time trying the 100% milk substitution method. Normally I just discount my water a little bit and add some milk, but you know, I wanted to kind of step it up a notch and work on making a milk soap and a beer soap, because those are things that I haven't done yet. And I thought, you know, I can't really call myself an accomplished cold process soaper until I've done these things. At least that's what I've told myself. So this is coconut milk, heavy cream, and buttermilk. I just happen to have buttermilk and heavy cream in the fridge. I use them to cook with quite a bit. And I thought, well, I was going to reconstitute the powdered goat's milk, and I was like, no, I want to use actual coconut milk. Sorry, there goes my clock. And I'm also sorry if you hear the noise outside. It's a nice day out and I have all the doors and windows open. So also I thought I would give you guys some updates while I work on this. This is actually melting quite quickly and quite nicely. Anyway, I am just finishing up my current stock of supplies, and I'm going to order some more soon. I had hoped to open in July for sale. I have a lot of requests locally now. People in my local group saying, you know, I want to try some of your soaps. I have people on Facebook online saying, you know, when are you going to start selling? Or do you want to swap because I really want to try one of your soaps? So I'm very confident now, mostly with where my soaping is. I don't think that I'm ever going to really get down to one formula or two formulas. I really have different ideas for soaping and different formulas and different recipes that work well for different things. So I'm just using up my supply stock so that I can order some more. Oh, sorry, this stinks. I don't normally get the ammonia smell or any bad smells with my milks, but this one's kind of bad. What else? Right, so I don't know when that supply order is going to happen. I'm hoping by June. So if I can start making production in June, then hopefully I'll be able to be open by September, which I know is a long ways away. I do have a lot of soaps that are available now, so if you're interested, you know, send me a Facebook message or comment or something and we can work something out. Okay, let's put the rest of this in here. And get this all melted down. And this also is a chocolate soap. It's a remake of one that I made a little over a year ago, and it's called Loco Coco. And in the future this will be a vegetarian soap or a vegan soap. I'm only going to use coconut milk with it. But for now I'm using the 3 milks. And it has cocoa powder in the oils for color. I don't need it because the color I'm using is turning dark, but I want a consistent dark color. I don't want, when you're using the soap, for it to be lighter and then to have to oxidize darker. So I'm putting just a little bit of just 1 teaspoon in the whole batch, just for an even color throughout. Too much coconut milk can, or too much cocoa powder can be scratchy in your soap. Let's get this melted down the rest of the way. It's going pretty good. I think I have just a little bit of lye left in here. Okay. Just a little bit, not enough to worry about, I guess. And we're going to fill this up and use it for the water to clean the blender. I'm not doing colors with this one. I'm just going to do the one dark brown, so it's almost there. And so what I did, you saw the ice cubes that it was when I started melting this. I actually got these little 8-ounce tubs from Dollar Tree, and they were perfect to section off the buttermilk and cream in one, and then the coconut milk in the other. And then I just popped them out and cut them up. It was really easy. So, good way to store your milk when you're ready to start soaping. I feel like there's something else I was going to tell. Oh yeah, I'm due for a phone upgrade finally. So this month I'm getting a new phone. I am working on deciding between the iPhone 5S and the Galaxy 5S. I really like Samsung phones, but I'm really hooked on my iPhone. So not quite sure yet which one I'm going to go with. But that will have better sound and better lighting on it. So while I'm waiting for that and while I'm waiting for my supply orders, I'm going to work on the WordPress tutorials I've been talking about for a while. It's really just been a matter of having the opportunity. So now it seems like it's a good time since I won't be making a lot of soaps. So let's get this out of the way. And here's our oils. Let's go ahead and strain it out. Must be starting to saponify from the fat in the milk because it's not going through the knit. Let's get all that goodness in there. Okay. I also omitted silk for this one. Since I'm doing all the milk, I figure it's going to be plenty soft, plenty creamy. And I won't need it. It's going, slowly but surely. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. I need to make a supply order, I'm getting a new phone, and I'm going to start the tutorial soon. So that's what I'm going to be up to. Just pushing this through and separating the milk from the fat. Excess fat, I should say. I did put a little sodium lactate in this, but okay. Okay. There's your leftover milk solids. You don't want that in there. See, Holly, I listen when you talk. Holly said this last time she made a milk soap, which was recently, actually. That's what gave me the idea to do this. I was like, oh, I've been wanting to make that chocolate soap again for a long time. Now seems like a good time. So let's stir it in. I have my kaolin clay in there. And no oatmeal. I've omitted oatmeal from my soaps unless I'm making an oatmeal soap. I don't like it. I can't get it. I can't get my soap to stay smooth. And just, I guess since everything else is in there, we're just going to go ahead and add the fragrance. Stir it up and pop it in the mold. I forgot to get my molds. Okay. I will be right back to get my molds. Okay, I'm back. That was brilliant of me. I can't believe I forgot my molds. Okay, let's give this one good stir. See, that looks like chocolate and milk. Oh, also I wanted to say that I have lost the palm oil debate with myself. My palm-free soaps cannot be made without costing less than about $9 a bar, and that's more than I want to charge. I want to top out at about, I don't know, more than $5 because they're expensive, but $9, $10 just seemed like it was too much. So this is a cocoa butter soap with about 3 times the amount of cocoa butter that I normally use because it's a Coco Loco Coco. See how that works there? The other thing is about the palm oil is that palm is in almost everything else that we use. It's in anything that you see that says vegetable oil, the vegetable source is usually palm. So I don't know why that's not disclosed. Maybe it's because it's our fear of palm oil, but anything that you see, like a paraffin vegetable wax or vegetable oil or anything that you buy from the store that's fried is usually in palm oil. And all up, the United States only imports about 5% of the world's palm oil. So I've just kind of decided that I'm done with that debate and that I'm going to use palm where necessary in small amounts. I will still make the palm-free bars for anyone that wants to try them, but by and large, those will probably go by the wayside for now. Okay. Well, don't you know that when you want fast trace, you get slow trace? When you get slow trace, you get fast trace. Angelique, that's a shout out to you because you said that earlier today, and what do you know, I'm having the same problem. So I'm just going to let this go for a minute, and then, actually it's starting to thicken up now. I want it to thicken just a little bit more. Alright, that's starting to thicken, so I'm going to start shaking this down and getting the air bubbles out of it. And yes, I do sometimes shake before I pour. I find that it does help to get the air bubbles out more. Okay. Alright. I do want to note that my work area gets a little bit messy when I'm working. And I'm okay with that because I use paper towels all over the surface of my counter. I find that it absorbs faster, absorbs better. When I pull the paper towels up, there's no mess left on my counter. And, you know, I could just use the regular table color or use a darker surface where you're not going to notice. But frankly, I don't care. It's better for me to do it this way. So that's what I'm going to do. And if you have any problems keeping your work surface clean, I highly recommend it. It's been working fabulous for me. What are you looking for? Oh. So let's get this in here. So that was my TV if you heard it. It was on pause and went off of pause and now it's back on pause. This is really nice. What does it look like in the camera? Pretty good. It looks kind of purple. It's really a very true milk chocolate. This will darken up perfectly. And this chocolate scent that I'm using is fantastic. It doesn't just smell like a Tootsie Roll. It smells like brownies baking, even after it's done. So I have a little bit left over, which is, I was not expecting that. My measurement was exactly right. So, let's see if I can pile it on there. Well, it's a little thin to be piled on, I think. Let's try. And I did use a little sodium lactate, but I honestly think that maybe I should have used a little more lye. I did still super fat it at about 7%, but I'm thinking I probably should have gone down to 5 for this one because of all the milk fat, but we'll see how it comes out. The worst that can happen is that it's going to take longer to cure. You know, some of my soaps take well over 8 weeks to cure, even with a huge water discount. I live at really high elevation, over 4,400 feet. And when you live at high elevation, the physics of chemistry, is that right? The principles of chemistry are not quite the same. So something to do with that, I'm sure. Okay. Let's take the back of my spoon here and let's see what happens if we do this. Perfect. That's starting to thicken up exactly right now. And this is not the triple butter base. This is just the cocoa butter. I always use some sort of luxury oil or butter, usually butter in my recipes. I like them. I love the luxury factor. I love the creaminess that you get from it. And I love shea butter. Shea butter is my favorite, but what I have found is that I think I might be developing a shea allergy, which shea is related to rubber and I'm allergic to rubber. Or not rubber, but latex. Like not this. This is a non-latex glove. It has a liner on the inside and I'm not allergic to nitrile, which is what these are made out of. But I'm allergic to like latex. So that might be a problem for me. So I developed a cocoa butter formula just in case that pans out. Or just for anybody who wants to have a soap that doesn't have shea butter in it. So, okay, let's shake that down. See what we got. I feel like I want to just pile it up just a little bit. I'm sorry if you're hearing the noise in the background. I don't live by myself, and the people with whom I live are very courteous of me when I'm taping, but they were trying to leave, and so you kind of heard the TV go off because the channel was getting changed, rattling around for purses. You might have heard the garage door open and shut just then. So, okay. Try and get this over to the middle a little. I don't excel at stacked tops. By and large, I like square soaps, so I don't do too much stacking. And as a result, I don't have a lot of practice, so I don't have a lot of textured tops. You know what, let's just do this. Let's just pile like that. I also think I need a rounder spoon. Maybe I should be using my tablespoon for this, but oh well. I'm also weirdly into symmetry, so my soap's not symmetric. Is that right? Symmetric? I feel like I have problems with grammar these days. Can you tell? If my soap's not symmetric, I feel like I have a problem. Okay, so that's that. Alright, also, one last thing, save the best for last. I am almost at 500 subscribers, so when I get to 500 subscribers, I'm going to do a giveaway. I don't know what I'm going to do yet, but I will pick some soaps from my shelf and do a drawing, so I will do one video about that. So, if you know anyone who would like to enter a contest, or, you know, in order to do my giveaway, I need 500 subscribers. I need about 10 more people. So tell your friends and get to 500 and we'll do a giveaway. Okay. So this is it. This is Loco Coco. It's a 100% milk substitution soap with milk chocolate fragrance and tons of cocoa butter. It's still a little soft. There we go. That's it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.